Hi everyone, welcome to the visual guide for Lost Ark Legion Raid. This time we will be tackling the Gate 2 of the Mayhem Legion Raid Commander Kakul. This guide will not go through every single random patterns as there are too many of them and too many variables to cover. However, this guide will focus on the major mechanics and important specifics on the encounter. My name is Kanima and I'll be your raid guide. Just like Gate 1 of the Mayhem Legion raid, the recommended item level is 1475 and the main reward will be the trumpet, which can be used to upgrade your gear stat effect from level 1 to level 2. And with that, let's get into the raid itself. Kakul-Saydon is a mechanical oriented raid that can be tackled with 4 party members. There are a variety of mechanics with minigames as their basic idea on top of the standard random pattern. Learning and executing these minigames while preventing mistakes is key to clearing this raid. Specifically in Gate 2 of the Mayhem Legion raid, you will be mainly encountering Kakul. However, Saydon will appear and will do dangerous patterns that can push you out of the arena and kills you instantly. Before we start into the mechanics, we need to discuss the preparation for this particular gate. The battle items that is recommended is Potions, Sacred Charm, Holy Grenade, Dark Grenade, and Timestop. There will be mechanic as well that will necessitate you to split into 2 pairs and position them with 1 pair on the left and 1 pair on the right. You will also need to decide on one person to be the designated lead at a specific health bar to help you solve the mechanic. The encounter will begin with Kakul spawning at 140 health bar. This will be a burn phase with Kakul doing his standard patterns by himself without any major mechanic yet. One thing to note is that Kakul can inflict burn status that lasts for 40 seconds and stacks up higher every time you got hit by another burn inflicting attack. I recommend to cleanse your party through skills or Sacred Charm when you reach 3 stacks as the burn will hurt and last a long time. Another thing to note is the Mayhem gauge that is still in play. Getting hit by patterns will increase this gauge, and at 50% or above, you will start firing lasers that can hit your teammates, dealing damage and increasing their Mayhem gauge as well. At 100% gauge, you will turn into Clown for 13 seconds and will give an armor stack to the boss, reducing damage taken by Kakul himself. At 125 health bar, Giant Saydon will spawn and the camera will zoom out. During this transition, you are still able to move and attack Kakul, so keep up your uptime and burn Kakul down. Starting here, Saydon will periodically use patterns that can inflict fear to you, do a lot of damage, and knock you away from the arena, instantly killing you. Keep an eye on Saydon at all times to prevent from unwanted damage or death. From 125 health bar until you clear the raid, you will be dealing with both Kakul and Saydon's pattern at the same time, so be wary, especially at overlapping mechanics. At 110 health bar, Kakul will teleport to the center and the Curtain of Mayhem pattern will begin. At the same time, Saydon will continuously use the Gaze of Fear pattern that fears everyone that is facing Saydon. Look away from Saydon to prevent the fear debuff. Failing to do so will give you a very high chance of dying. At the same time, Kakul will become untargetable and multiple red and blue veil will spawn, which will determine the safe spot for this mechanic. Blue means 1 person can be safe inside the veil, red means 2 person need to be inside the veil to be safe. This is where the pairs you decided before the encounter starts will come into play. The pair will look at their respective sides, whether it's left or right side, and depending on which veil spawns, you will adjust as necessary. If 2 blue veils spawns on your side, you will split with your pair partner for 1 person on each veil. If any red veil spawns on your side, go with your pair and the both of you will need to be inside the red veil to survive. You will need to avoid the fear debuff and move to your position quickly. At this time, Kakul will do a raid-wide damage that will kill you if you are not protected by the veil. Once this pattern finishes, you will go back into the burn phase and the encounter continues. At 95 health bar, the Find Kakul pattern will begin. Kakul will disappear and 7 cards will appear on the arena. Kakul is hiding in one of the cards, and to solve this mechanic, you will need to find him. At this time, one of the 4 party members will be marked by Saydon, and after a few seconds, Saydon will smash his hammer into the targeted party member. To dodge this hammer hit, you can freely move after Saydon claps. Saydon will hit the area where you were when he claps, and you can fully avoid this hammer hit. When Saydon hits the hammer into the arena, he will hit the card, fully flipping it while also turning over the surrounding card for a little bit. This will let you find which card Kakul is hiding at. You will have 3 hammer hit, and failing to make Saydon hits Kakul within these 3 hits will result in a raid wipe. To quickly solve this mechanic, it is recommended to hit the second left or right cards to flip, followed by the other second left or right card, and this will flip all 3 cards from the left and the right within 2 hits. If you don't find Kakul within these 6 cards, then the center card will be where Kakul is hiding. Once Saydon hits Kakul, this will knock Kakul down, and you can freely do damage for a short while before the encounter resumes. At this point of time, and if your DPS is low, you may use Sidereal Nineveh to do more damage. At 75 health bar, a transition will play and Kakul will open a portal and move all players into the card maze. This is a minigame where you have to escape within 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Every player will have a hammer, and you will use this to solve the mechanic. The mechanic starts with players at the center of the arena, and 1 mob will spawn. Killing this mob will give you a topside view of the whole arena, allowing you to give direction to the other 3 party members. You may either give directions manually or use a screen share program to let a party member look at your screen. After killing this mob, the other 3 players will be assigned with an icon of heart, clover, and diamond respectively. These other 3 players will need to kill 3 of their respective icon mobs while avoiding Setos that is traveling across the map. Killing the mobs will give you a stack, and getting hit by Seto will reset the stack, and you will have to kill another 3 icon mobs after that. After 1 minute has passed, an exit will spawn based on the respective icons, and all 3 players must reach this exit with 3 stacks. Failing to do so will result in a raid wipe. After successfully exiting the card maze, the encounter will resume. At 55 health bar, Kakul will teleport to the center and execute the Velganos pizza pattern. This pattern is very similar to Velganos pizza, but occurs 3 times back to back and can rotate the other way around. When Kakul teleports to the center, there will be stars around Kakul, and this will indicate the rotation of the Velganos pizza. For example, if the star rotates right, right, left, then the Velganos pizza will also rotate right, right, left. This pizza will start at 12 o'clock, so start there and rotate appropriately. Getting hit by the pizza will deal damage and greatly increase the Mayhem gauge. If you don't execute this mechanic properly, there will be a high chance you and your party members will turn into clowns and might just die. At the end of the pattern, Saydon will do a giant hit of his hammer, targeting one of the players. Move away from this, and Saydon will hit Kakul instead, knocking him down and allowing the party to freely do damage. At this mechanic, you may use Sidereal Inanna to help execute the mechanic easier, or alternatively, you can use Sidereal Nineveh instead at the end if you are lacking in damage. After this mechanic is done, the encounter will resume. At 25 health bar, Kakul will re-execute the Find Kakul pattern again. It is the same exact pattern as the one at 95 health bar, so all you need to do is solve it the same way. At this point, this is the last mechanic that Kakul will execute. Kakul and Saydon will keep doing their standard patterns until you kill him, or he enrages and can wipe your raid. This concludes the raid guide on day 2 of the Mayhem Legion raid. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.